Hey, World Baseball Classic starts soon. Let's check out some comic books. These first two books I'm going to show, I showed in a previous video that had no audio. Good job, me. Low grade, $30, Ghost Rider 1. Almost left it behind. Bought my first batch of books, went back, got a second batch of books, and I didn't pick this up the first time. And when I went back the second time, I knew I was picking this up. I wasn't sure if it was worth $30. It's pretty low grade. Obviously, a big chunk's out. Big important stuff is there. The title, Ghost Rider 1. Obviously, the motorcycle and Ghost Rider are there. It's a complete book. The back covers presents better than the front, but for $30, I decided I'm probably not gonna ever shell out any decent cash for a better copy. So this is a good one. And the next book, I was super excited to find. This was near the top of my 2023 want lists. I paid $250 for this. It's not in great condition, but it presents so nice. It's such a great cover. It's got to be a top 10 cover. There's a bit of a spine split, like up to the C. A little bit of a cutout right there. Some creases, but nothing too extravagant that takes away from the awesomeness of the cover. So Silver Surfer 4 by John Buscema. I maybe will get it graded just so I can have it graded. I could see myself upgrading it at some point, but I don't know if I'd want to pay the money to get a higher grade when I got this for $250, and I think it presents really well. So I just wanted to show those two books since my audio wasn't working the last time. I have a lot of technical difficulties. When I first started doing the videos, I don't know how often I was going to try and do them at least once a week. But with two small kids, it's just kind of hard. Then I've had issues where I'll be recording, I'm running out of room on my phone, so it just stops. I'd have to go back and reshoot it, and that's a pain. Obviously, I got done with that last video. There was no audio. That's a headache, so, whatever. Learning experience, I guess, and we'll move on. I did my test 1, 2, 3s, checked this a couple times, so hopefully this one's recording. So we'll get into the actual bulk of this isn't even my most recent pickup, but I keep buying stuff and I have to sell stuff so I can afford the stuff I do buy, because I keep buying nicer things like that Silver Surfer 4 and a lot of other stuff that I have yet to show. But this is stuff that I pick up, and a lot of it I'm not going to hold on to. Some of it's hard because you're like, well, do I sell it now? Do I wait until it pops a little bit? So I don't know. This first book, it's not that big of a deal. It's paid $4 for it. Key Collector app has it high grade for, I want to say like $20 or something. So I just scooped it up. It's a cool Doom cover. Fantastic Four 320. Obviously the Hulk versus Thing there. It's probably $5 on eBay. So it's still a nice book, but one that I don't know that I'll hold on to in hopes that Dr. Doom comes and that book will skyrocket, because it's probably not going to happen. Next book, it's a cool book, Alpha Flight 33. First appearance of Lady Deathstroke in costume. Paid $4 for that. Mike Mignola cover. All right. Next book, Avengers Academy #1. Has some first appearances. I don't know who any of them are, but I got it for $5, so it was a good deal. All right, Captain America 16, first appearance of Sin. This book got hot recently. Don't know if it still is, and that's part of the problem here. I gotta find the books, try and shoot these videos, and then try and get rid of the books before they cool off, because once the films come out, or I think the Sin is rumored for to be the villain in Captain America 4. And then once that happens, nobody really cares anymore, and people go, oh, you can get this book. They're readily available, but for $6. Thought it was a good book. And then I was looking, and the cover is all white. There's a little dirt there, but if you can see in the white, there are kind of those markings there. I don't know if I can clean that up, but just the way the image is, I thought it was part of the image, but it's not. Next book was hot for a while. Don't know if it still is. Astonishing X-Men number 6. First mention of Sword. First full appearance of Abigail Brand. Paid $4 for that. Still a good book, I thought. I saw it, recognized it immediately, and go, oh, for $4, can't go wrong. I think the next 3 are Doctor Strange books. Paid $5 for Doctor Strange 60. It's a cool cover, newsstand, high grade. Something to do with the Darkhold. I think 60 and 61 kind of go together. So I'll just show that. It's a cool cover too. Also a newsstand. Something to do with Blade, something to do with vampires, something to do with the Darkhold, something to do with Spec. Like I said, trying to sell some of these to make money for hire. More exciting comics? I don't know. Anyway, Doctor Strange 80. This is the first cameo of an alien who becomes an apprentice of Doctor Strange, I believe. I think the alien made an appearance, like, very briefly in the Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness film. That book hot for a second, and then people go, oh, I don't really care. So I picked this up for $4. We'll see. Action Comics $5.93. Cool cover. Barda and Superman are mind controlled into almost making a sex tape. Ooh. Paid $5 for this. Just a cool book to have. I like the cover. $5 newsstand. It's a little bit more expensive than that, maybe. This was kind of cool. Really enjoyed. I've watched the most recent Dune version. Thought it was amazing. Started to watch the original. Didn't think it was so amazing. I started it late. Super tired. It's a really long movie. I didn't get that far into it. Read the first novel, and that was very enjoyable. I thought it kind of started to drag towards the end, but I enjoyed it, and found this number 1 newsstand for $4, and it goes for a little bit more than that. I think it can. Pricing stuff is so hard sometimes. You'll see that on there on eBay, and it'll be $5, $12, and then sometimes it's $35. So actually, the next book I have here is kind of the same way. There's not too many of these listed on eBay, but a 9.8 just recently sold for like $45 plus $15 shipping. But it's supposedly supposed to be valued at more than that, but it is whatever somebody's willing to pay for it. There aren't too many on eBay right now, but I paid $25 for this black and white Joe Benitez Lady Mechanica Zero. It is a cool cover. I don't know anything about it. I've heard that it's a pretty good series. I like steampunky stuff, and I don't. It's appealing anyway, the steampunk world and everything. I don't know if I really get into it that much. Can't really think of anything off the top of my head, but found this Adventure Comics 381 for $12. This is I think where the first solo stories featuring Supergirl begin. After 10 years, Supergirl gets her own magazine. This is her first book-length novel. Weird. Anyway, there's a little bit of staining at the top here. Show you that. But kind of cool, and since Supergirl just showed up in the Flash trailer, she might kind of pop off a little bit. I don't know. This next book goes for a decent amount on eBay, so I was excited to find this. Elvira's House of Mystery, issue 11. It's the last issue. Cool Dave Stevens cover. I almost want to keep it because it's a cool Dave Stevens cover, but I don't really have any attachment to Elvira. I don't know how hard it is to find with it being the last issue, but I think that there's a handful of them listed on eBay, probably like 12 to 15 or so, but it goes for a decent amount of money, and this is pretty high grade. I think there's, I don't know, just maybe that's something right there. Maybe a little bit of towards the staple, but other than that, it's a really clean copy. Yeah. So that was a pretty cool pickup. This next book I was super surprised to find. Super surprised. Well, preface that. For $8, I was super surprised to find this book. First appearance of Monica Rambeau. This shot off pretty high when the WandaVision show came out. That was still kind of at the height of spec and everything like that. It's still a good book. It's a decent copy, but like I said, for $8, I actually haven't opened this. I wonder if I should open this. Now I'm scared to open it. It looks like it's all there. I don't know. Missing the back cover. It's all written in. Who knows? But for $8, still not going to go wrong. So that's super cool. These next books are maybe the closest to PC books out of all of those that I've shown. The Little Mermaid. So this is from the first series. I think there were some hardcovers published, things like that. There's a trade paperback that, according to Key Collect, goes for quite a decent amount of money. This came out in November of 92. Is that right? Am I getting it mixed up now? Maybe this is another one. No, this is like February of, I don't know. I'm getting it confused maybe with the next book. But I think that this was published before that trade paperback. But for some reason that one goes for more money. What's cool about this, I'm pretty sure this was 1992, is newsstand, right? So that's one reason why I picked it up. Also, it's $4. It's high grade. I like that movie. It's a cool movie. Maybe something that I would just hold on to in case it kind of took off a little bit. I could see these sorts of books getting a resurgence. People searching them out, trying to get them in their collections. There's also, I thought was interesting, a variant cover to this. There's the direct, the newsstand. Those look the same, obviously, with that being the newsstand and the other one just being a white box. But then there's also a variant cover. So for 1992 and for The Little Mermaid, I thought that was kind of interesting. The next book is kind of in the same vein of that one. This was one of my favorite movies when I was younger. Fievel Goes West. I think I saw this before the original American Tail. Super cool movie. Paid $4 for this. I don't think it's worth $4. You can probably find it maybe cheaper right around there. But like I said, I really enjoyed that movie when I was younger. So that was just a nostalgia buy for me. I'll read that and sing some of the songs in my head while I'm reading it. Pretend I'm Wyatt Burp. And the last book, paid $5 for. Don't really collect this. Don't know anything about it. It's a Charlton, so who cares, right? $5. And look at that cover. What the? Look at this. Visit Ghost Manor if you dare. The teddy bear's got some fangs and the claws on him. This old ghouly guy and all the cobwebs. I thought this was too cool for $5. Had to have it. Haven't read it yet, but I will. But like I said, those last three were kind of the closest thing that I got out of all those to join the PC, or at least for a while. I don't know if I'm going to show those. So, I usually say, just like you guys, more comics on the way, but I already have so much stuff to show. I actually don't know if I have anything on the way. So stay tuned.